Welcome back. Total damages and economic losses from this weekend's winter storm expected to total $100 billion. The impact on the electric grid is a key focus for our next guest, already restoring power to some 250,000 customers across the southeast U.S., with 15,000 still in the dark. Joining us this morning in a CNBC exclusive is Southern Company CEO Chris Womack. The company oversees a combined 9 million customers between its electric utility and natural gas businesses. Chris, thanks for the time today after what's been a difficult weekend, I'm sure. Has the storm been better or worse relative to your expectations going in?
I tell you, Carl, first of all, thanks for letting me be with you today. It's been a lot better than we expected. You know, for the past couple of days, we've been preparing for the storm, getting ready for it. And as you said, I mean, we restored service now to some 270,000 customers, and we got a little bit less than 10,000 that are still out, but going through the preparations, identifying the people, identifying the resources, we were preparing for some incredibly extreme conditions. I mean, we're pleased that the kind of freezing, the icing conditions was not as bad as we expected. We plugged in this storm to our AI models, and it kind of gave us a sense of kind of where we should pre-position resources as well as individuals. And I have to tell you, our AI model kind of came out a little bit better in terms of what their final results have been than we expected. So once again, speaking to the virtue and the value of artificial intelligence.
That's it. I was going to go there and ask you, I think our viewers kind of understand it's Mother Nature and there are limits to what any company can do to prepare, but whether or not there are innovations happening now that can get you a little farther down that road.
But I tell you, Carl, it's feeding all the past data, and we do a lot of work around extreme weather conditions. So we'll feed customer data, kind of weather data, kind of temperature and humidity, and all that goes into the model to kind of give us a sense of what may happen. And so it panned out very well in terms of kind of predicting kind of how this thing would turn out. And so we're going to keep perfecting it. We're going to keep utilizing it more because it's a great resource for us in terms of how we make sure we provide the kind of service that our customers expect from us. I mean, this industry, we all work very collaboratively together. I mean, we're using our own company resources, but brought in some additional 10,000 contract crews and using our mutual assistance network all across the industry. So bringing all that together to make sure that we're responding to our customers as quickly and as safely as possible. And so we're going to continue to use technology to help us even get better.
Yeah, not just powering the AI revolution, but participating in it, I guess, Chris.
Absolutely.
Speaking of all of that, the topic of affordability and especially surging electricity costs have been top of mind for Americans. We know the White House is focused on it as well. What is the outlook for rate increases at this point? And what, if anything, can you guys do about it?
I mean, we're continuing to take steps to make sure we're stabilizing rates for our customers. And even in these conditions, I mean, we look at these freezing temperatures that are now coming behind Winter Storm Fern. And so we're looking at our generation mix. And right now, as we look at economic dispatch, we're dispatching coal now ahead of natural gas because we see gas prices rising. And so making those kind of economic decisions provide stability and provide benefits for our customers. And so we're going to keep doing things like that and making sure that we're making the right economic choices for all of our customers, paying attention to reliability, but also paying attention to rate stability, making sure we do things to keep bills as low as possible. That's one of our key focuses.
I know this was a big storm, Chris, but when nat gas is rising, 65, 68% in a week. Do you foresee future weather patterns where that kind of market action is possible again?
I tell you, Carl, like I said, we are beginning to do even more work on extreme weather conditions. We continue to see these patterns across the country. And so my motto is we've got to be prepared for any situation that unfolds. And so all the modeling, all the lessons learned from other events, bringing all that information together to make sure that we're prepared, both operationally but also economically. From a gas perspective, we have firm transmission for gas, and also in our jurisdictions, we also have the opportunity to hedge. So we've got to make sure we're taking the right steps to support the operations, make sure our customers have the power and the service they need, but also making sure we're doing things to pay attention to the price of the product.
Would having more nuclear energy in this country make the system more reliable for the build out of data centers? I know that you've got a long history here. What are your expectations?
And Sarah, we're so thrilled to have the Vogtle 3 and 4 units online now. The last 2 nuclear units that have been brought in this country in over the past 30 years. And so we always say nuclear should be a part of the mix. I mean, we support all the above, but we do think as we go forward into this country, nuclear should be a part of this mix to not only meet the growing data center demand, but just the overall demand across the entire economy. It's reliable. I mean, it's stable. It's always there. And it's the cheapest option that we have. And so, yeah, nuclear should be a part of the conversation across this country. And so, I mean, we're thrilled with decisions that this administration has done to promote nuclear. And so we're looking forward to doing even more to make sure that we're making nuclear an option here in this country going forward.
Hey, finally, Chris, only a couple seconds left. The other conversation going into the storm was, all right, here's a new episode of like peak demand, weather-driven peak demand, but now we're in a new era where data centers are an incremental buyer of energy in that space. Is that changing the character of these demand episodes?
No, absolutely it will. And one of the things we're pleased about is making sure that we work with those data center customers to understand their load profile. And that us working together, do they need backup resources, and then can they provide that backup resource to the grid? I mean, there are a lot of other considerations that we have to have with this incredible opportunity that we have with these data centers as we integrate them into this grid. I mean, we continue to make investments in our grid to modernize our grid, and we'll continue to have that opportunity as we bring those data center resources online as well.
Right.
So all in all, Carl, it's a wonderful opportunity we have, and we continue to look forward to the data centers and work very closely with it.
Chris, appreciate it very much.
Carl,
After
thank
what's
you.
been, I'm sure, a challenging couple of days. Chris Womack over at Southern.